I'm gonna do a quick little video here of some of the problems that we could encounter along the way here. I wanted to hide this Lally column here. As you see, I mounted the door alongside of it to swing open. But in order to hide it under sheetrock, I'm gonna need a stud on both sides of it, so I have something for the sheetrock to attach to. So I put these in here to simulate sheetrock, so I would know where it would line up flush with this. Now, originally what I did, I dropped the plumb line, that's why that nail is in there. I dropped the plumb line straight down to the floor to see where it's plumb. Let's get this out of the way, it's not locked in yet. And I drew a straight line. So that line is perfectly plumb with the header that's up above. But what I realized, that was so the wall would come down straight when there's a piece of sheetrock. But as you can see, where that line is going through, because this Lally column is not perfectly plumb in the house, I wouldn't be able to get that stud properly there. So I saw that that wasn't going to work. So I figured I would just cheat a little bit, and so the wall, that's a differential of 1/4 of an inch from the top to the bottom. So nothing that the eye is ever going to pick up. Now a 2x4 couldn't work here, even though I have a 2x4 stud on the door side. In order, when I come to sheetrock this side, I'm going to need to make up for that. 2x4 wouldn't be able to cover up that Lally column there. So we need to go with a 2x6. In the same fashion, I'm going to have to stud this wall with 2x6s as well, because when we get up here, I'll take a scrap piece. When we get up here, that's a 2x6. The 2x4 wouldn't work. Now there is going to be a little bit of overhang, so I'm going to have to shim that out, so that'll be flush for sheetrock, but I'll be flush on this side. So that will come down there. And how did I mount this one here? Because you can see there's no floorboard to it. I simply cut a piece, toenailed it in to the header board, and then I lined it up against these little shims that I put here, to, so I know the wall would be straight. And then I used our ram set, power actuated 22 caliber, to blow right through here, right into the Lally column. I figured if they're meant to be put into concrete, why not? Let's see if they could go right through hardened steel with the concrete that's poured inside the Lally column. Work like a charm. So that is on there, good and solid now. And next I will frame out the wall. I just replaced the outdoor spigot, which was leaking anyway. That's where it comes through the wall. It needed to be changed as it was, but for my purposes, what I wanted to do was get the copper pipe off of the bottom of the joist. I don't know if we took a video earlier, but it was tacked along the bottom of the joist, an entire copper pipe that went all the way back to the shutoff valve. There's a copper pipe that I cut out. We made a connection with a shark bite coupling there that screws in to the hose fitting that's coming through the wall there, and then we use this PEX pipe, which is somewhat flexible. It's still pretty stiff. And then at the other end here, where I had cut the pipe completely, was another shark bite connection right there, and it joins the PEX to the copper, 1/2 inch line. It comes through, around, and there's my winter shutoff valve. So now, I think that's the final step. I think everything is cleaned off the joists, so we can get some sheetrock in. Sunday night, January 11th, just wrapping things up for tonight. Let's get a little update here on what was done last. As you can see, we got some sheetrock in. I put 3 panels in the ceiling there. Got a couple of the walls done. My wife helped hold these T-bars for me that I built. You see the T-bars? I put them in place so you can see how they work. And that's just to hold the sheetrock onto the ceiling until I get a couple screws in. So I keep calling her down to hold the T-bar for me so it doesn't drop on my head, which it kind of did a couple times. There's another thing I did earlier in the weekend was I boxed out that heating duct there that goes upstairs. So that'll clean that whole look up a little bit better. and the back of the room. There's not much else is done, but get a whole look at everything. It's changed look a little bit. All the sawing equipment and 2x4s are out of here and shoved in the back, while got the sheetrock table dead center. Let's come around and get a view from this side. I'll stand in the back corner of the room. Oh, actually, I'm walking through a wall right now that I don't think was built last time. Okay, here. So I had mentioned how this was going to have to be 2x6s to stud this out because of the problems I was having with the Lally columns, which it shouldn't be a problem at all now. Like I said, maybe the wall isn't perfectly straight, but you can see it's flush to the header board. It comes on down. It's a little bit over my line, which would have been perfectly plumb with the wall. That's fine, because over here I have a nice corner that the sheetrock will butt up against and say bye-bye to that Lally column. Won't see it whatsoever. And on this side, again, my little support, I didn't take them out yet. Recall from the last video, the purpose of these little things sticking out in the side was just so I made sure that this surface was the same as that surface, because when a piece of rock goes across it, everything will be nice and flush. So again, sheetrock, soffit, workstation. Until next time.